On April 8, 1793, 5 Kentucky boys decided to spend a beautiful spring day crossing the Ohio River into Indiana and venturing into a large field of overgrown cane brakes. The southern cane beds were often full of critters for the boys to chase, and it was something they did often when they were able to escape chores during the warm seasons. The 5 boys mentioned were first the 2 Sprinkle brothers, Peter and George, ages 18 and 15, then the 2 Up brothers, John and Jacob, who were ages 16 and 7, and lastly their friend Isaac Knight, who was 15, tagged along. They crossed the river in a small boat from Henderson, Kentucky to the Indiana side, southwest of what is now Evansville. When the boys spotted the cane, they ran towards the thick jungle-like bed, laughing and joking, unaware of what may lurk inside. As they approached, there was a rustle in the cane. Thinking it was an animal, Peter, the oldest, rushed forward, but instead of an easy catch, he discovered 8 native warriors, 6 Potawatomi, and 2 Kickapoo. Peter immediately turned and fled. One of the warriors lifted his rifle, and after a loud bang, Peter dropped dead instantly. The youngest boy, Jacob, collapsed and began crying hysterically, begging for his life. One of the warriors told him to shut up and stop crying, but Jacob couldn't stop. The only mercy he got was a quick death by a tomahawk into his skull. There, his short 7 years on this earth came to an end. The 3 other boys were trapped. They had no choice but to surrender and fester in their terror and anxiety, speculating on what cruelty their captors might deploy. The band of warriors did not delay their return journey to northern Indiana, which was the Potawatomi's domain. The 3 boys were tormented during the long march, often beaten and constantly humiliated. When they finally reached the village, their torment wasn't over. They were only greeted by more Potawatomi warriors, waiting for their turn to harass the white prisoners. The abuse continued until they were chosen by a family and adopted into the tribe. Once they were adopted, all mistreatment ceased, and they were treated just like any other member. The 3 boys survived their captivity. After the end of the Northwest Indian War in 1795, they returned home and reunited with their families. But the trauma inflicted on that day at the cane brakes would stay with them forever.